So today we've come down to Tintagel and we're down in a place called Rocky Valley now. We've just passed 2 or 3 holiday cottages and we're actually heading down to Rocky Valley, and then we'll be walking across to Boscastle. Well, these are supposed to be Rocky Valley rock carvings according to the old sign here. It says labyrinth pattern carvings, probably of the early Bronze Age, 1800 to 1400 BC. And there's 2. We're fortunate today that the sun's not out at the moment, because it could get quite hot down here. And that's Trewethet Mill, which is obviously disused now, but years ago used to be a mill house. So as you can see, this is all National Trust property. Surprising it's now around peak holiday season, but there's nobody about, because people don't seem to get up very early. So you can take advantage of that fact by getting out before they all come on the footpath. Quite peaceful at the moment. Well, that's the first person we've come across on our travels so far. We're now coming down into Rocky Valley, and in a minute we'll have to go over that bridge and up the side of this cliff to get over towards Boscastle. So you can see the sign there, dangerous waves, keep back. Obviously at the moment the tide's out, but when the tide comes in, that water comes right up through this channel. It's unfortunate that the tide's out today, but it comes right up there, and if you've got a stormy day, especially in the winter, it can get quite treacherous down here. But very dramatic scenery. Very slippery rock though if it gets wet. So I'm not going to get too close, I've only got my sandals on. And it looks quite dark down there, the water. A bit eerie really. But quite a nice place, very peaceful. So what we'll be doing now is heading over that little wooden bridge there, up the side of that cliff, then over the top towards Boscastle. Hopefully we'll be able to get something to eat when we get there, because there's nothing in between for refreshments. So we've just come across the sign here, 2 3/4 miles to Boscastle. So we've made it up the cliff from Rocky Valley. Out of breath now, but as I say, keep on going to Boscastle for a cup of coffee. Sun's starting to come out now as well, which will make it a bit hotter. So we've just come up by the campsite here, and we're looking back now over towards Boscastle Cove in that little inlet there. That's Boscastle Cove, and over the other side of the cliff there is Tintagel. And luckily for us, somebody's cut the grass along the footpath, which makes it a lot easier and nicer. And once again we're looking back towards Boscastle Cove, and up there is Ocean Cove Caravan Park. It's unusual to see the cows out on the cliffs here. So we're now looking over towards Boscastle. If you can see that little white, like a little white castle on top of the cliff there, that's the old Coast Guard lookout point, which is now manned by volunteers sometimes. And Boscastle is down behind there, the harbour. So we've still got quite a way to go yet. Well, unfortunately for us, the path's going down now, which means we've got to go right up the other side of this cliff here. Get right up to the top of there now, up that path over there. So after all that walking, we're finally coming down into Boscastle Harbour. Quite calm today, but we've seen it very rough down here sometimes. If you can see in the centre of the picture roughly now, there's a little square in the rock, that's the blowhole. The sea comes straight through from the other side, and it can be quite dramatic sometimes when you've got a bit of a swell. So this building over here used to be called the Pixie House years ago, but during the Boscastle floods the old building was totally destroyed and they've rebuilt it now. They've tried to make it look like it used to, and they've done quite a good job. Yeah, Germans waiting for the coach.